I'm giving homage right now. Like I say, and as we said earlier, a lot of this is why we call it the Solar family as well, because there are things that we may miss.
Right.
And we definitely want you guys to fill in those blanks. So this is beautiful. See, and this is how, we can rewrite history and rewrite it correctly where no one gets
Absolutely.
So I'm sorry, Marquez, but thank you.
No, you're fine. We don't want anybody to be left out, because if it wasn't for all of these guys, we would have no legacy to talk about. Absolutely. So I want them to pop in. I want them to say their piece. I want them to say their due. So 1977 was the year that Soul Train Records kind of took off. The first album by the Whispers was called One for the Money. That we both laughed because that's an album that I don't think anybody particularly likes. I can tell you,
my dad liked it.
Yes, Dick loved that album. I believe 2/5 of the Whispers liked that album. I know for a fact the lead singer did not like that album. But it did what it was supposed to do. One for the Money actually charted as high as like number 20 at one point. So it did what it was supposed to do. Mm-hmm. All right. So slowly after that, Don Cornelius decided he didn't want to be in the record business anymore. So the great Dick Griffey bought him out.
You know what I'm sorry. What I should have done, Marquez, I should have sent that little clip that I posted earlier this week. I did a really short clip that I took from Unsung. And basically, he told the story himself about, the fact that Don no longer wanted to be a part of it, and then buying him out, and then, of course, starting Solar. So if you guys want to see that clip, it is actually, on my Carolyn Griffey page. And I did post it on the Solar Records page. So you guys can go back and take a look at that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So in 78, Don Cornelius decided he no longer wanted to be in the business. And so Dick Griffey bought him out and created Solar Records, which stands for Sound of Los Angeles Records.
Los Angeles. Yeah.
So would you like to talk a little bit about that time?
The acronym.
Baby Griff, would you like to talk a little bit about that time?
I'm trying to follow you guys, but it seems like we're having a little delay on the sound. Okay, so right now, like I said, you guys stay with us. We're working through some kinks. It seems like there was a little interruption with the sound. So as we're talking about the time from, I guess, going into Solar Records, there was a lot of speculation about that, of course, later on, which we will get into and talk about. But Soul Train Records, which, yes, I'm wearing in my shirt again, and I know it's backwards, but Soul Train Records, at that point in time, because we started Solar Records, it was just lying dormant. Nobody ever did anything with that. And and like I say, we'll come full steam ahead later on. But I did want to specify in case people miss, because people may be seeing me wearing the Soul Train shirt versus the Solar Record shirt, which we will be wearing at different times.
Right.
This is legacy. This is still home. There was never, ever another artist on Soul Train Records. Once it was purchased and bought out, that was something that we bought technically that really that belonged to Solar Records.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
focus solely on the show.
And the one thing I want to also add, because there's a common misconception, and thank you, BET, for American Soul, but there's a common misconception that there was some drama. There wasn't any drama. Dick and Don continued to work together for years with the Soul Train show, as well as other ventures as well. Right. But he just did not want to be in the record business. He didn't see the vision. Absolutely. He didn't see the vision. And they lost. Can we talk about that? I actually really want to talk about that. Yeah. Soul Train Records lost money hand over fist.
Hand over fist.
Nobody was successful out the gate. Nobody. The only thing that was successful out the gate was the Soul Train Gang and Shalimar with the first two singles. but that
Right.
was it. No one else was successful out the gate. Actually, there's a funny story about the Whispers in '78. The Whispers will tell you in '78 they worked 3 times in '78. They did 3 gigs the whole year of '78. And now when you look at it, and if you go back and look at their discography, you see that in '78 we've got Chocolate Girl out, we've got I'm Gonna Make You My Wife out, we've got then we had the Headlights album out with Olivia and Let's Go All the Way. But for whatever reason, it really didn't
Love
take
that.
off until '79. You love which one?
Right.
Headlights? The Headlights album?
Headlights album, yeah.
The Headlights album was dope. It really was. Children of Tomorrow, All the Way, um, Olivia, Disco Melody. That was a great album. But Soul Train Records struggled, and that's part of the reason why Don wanted to get out, because he felt like it was a sinking ship. But when Don decided to get out, lo and behold, not only did Dick take it over on his own, we also brought in a great producer and a great family in Mr. Leon Silvers.
Absolutely.
That's
Mr.
right,
Leon Silvers, which
Mr. Leon
we
Silvers.
definitely want to have on the podcast.
He will. Leon
Absolutely.
Silvers will definitely be on. We don't know when, but you guys subscribe to the channel. You guys keep up with it, because we are going to be having different guests on at different times.